Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of eCommerce Lab by Ecomcy, the place of everything related to Amazon, FBA, private label, e-commerce, and now Walmart. My name is Vincenzo Toscano. I'm the host, founder, and CEO of Ecomcy, and today we bring you a very close friend of mine. Her name is Michal, and she's the founder of eCom Creative Team, which is one of the top agencies in the space when it comes to helping you scaling your brand and your products on Walmart. We know Walmart is this thing that now is pretty much being a hot topic the last couple of years, especially because we know sellers coming from Amazon, they want to find areas to diversify. And Walmart is being coming into the e-commerce space very strong with all these different, basically new channels for Amazon sellers to find traffic, which we're going to be talking about that. Sometimes even cheaper when it comes to advertisement, and there is less saturation in certain niches. And I find this super interesting, because Amazon lately, and we know this, Michael, we're going to be touching that topic as well. There are certain products that unfortunately on Amazon, they don't have an opportunity anymore. And I have seen in first person with some of my clients, like when they migrate this product from Amazon to Walmart, they have that second chance that they don't have anymore on Walmart. So that's why I wanted to bring you today, because now you're an expert on everything related to Walmart. And for me, it's a pleasure to have you here today. So how you doing, Megan?
Hey, Vincenzo, thank you so much for inviting me.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for being here. And just to give a little bit of context, first time we met in person was in Vegas. We were together at the Alibaba Co-Create event. We had some fun there. It was a good event, I would say, overall. And it was a pleasure meeting you there. I've been hearing from you for a while now. I follow your content, what you do also with Norm and everything in the Walmart space. And for me, it's definitely a pleasure to have you on the show because, as I just mentioned, we are very Amazon heavily focused when it comes to content. And I felt like we were really missing an expert like you to talk about Walmart. And I'm very excited to see what you can share today. Now, before we jump into that, though, I do this with all my guests because I feel this something dynamic I like to do with my podcast, which is learning more about who I bring to the episode, right? Like a little bit about their life, how they jump into the commerce space. And in your case specifically, why Walmart? Why not maybe Amazon? Why not maybe Shopify, etc.? I want to learn a little bit more about that. So can you tell us a little bit about that background? Yeah.
So, how I started with e-commerce?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I think like almost 99% of people, right? We all started with Amazon. So, I
Yeah.
was kind of lucky enough because when I started with Amazon, that was 12 years ago, even more,
Mm.
even more than 12 years.
Wow.
So, I found myself at home. I just had my first son, and looking for something to keep me busy. And I
Yeah.
found Amazon. I started learning, and then I just started, finding things to sell. And it was, such a quick success that I got drawn into that, and really quickly I started contacting manufacturers and starting to get an
Yeah.
account and selling a lot of merchandise in the licensed
Nice.
merchandise space. Um, and that was amazing for so many years. It was like so easy. Like it was the
Yeah.
most easy thing to do and make money and a lot of money really easy
I know.
till, till
I
things
miss those
changed
times.
with the years. Is more competition. Amazon started taking some of my accounts
I
and
know.
a lot of restrictions and a lot of problems. And it just, like a lot of obstacles on the way. But I was still, so I transit to more private label, and I was trying to, involve with things changing. And then one day I got an email, and even before Walmart, I already understood that why, if I have all this merchandise, why just to sell it on Amazon? So even before I got introduced to Walmart, I had Amazon Canada, I had eBay, and I had Shopify. So I had all those channels, and
Nice.
then one day I got an
Okay.
email. I got an email from Walmart. It's like, we would like to invite you to sell on Walmart Marketplace. I was like, oh, I don't know where it came from, but I was like, okay, yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was excited. So I opened my account and I started putting my inventory, and things started selling. And with
Wow.
time, it just got better and better and better. And then it was, I think it was 2018 when
Mm-hmm.
Amazon started to putting a lot of IP claims um,
Yeah.
on sellers that selling licensed merchandise and different things just for no reason.
That's
Nobody
right.
even complained, and everything I sold, I had I was authorized to sell. And then so they put the IP claim on you, they delete your listing. So now all my customers that come into Amazon to find all the merchandise I'm selling cannot find nothing because it's gone. So I noticed that shift real fast. So, Amazon closed all those listings, and the next day, my sales on Walmart's starting to grow, right?
Wow.
Because
Like a blessing.
what happened is that customers still, for example, I was selling a lot of like kids pajamas, like, bath
Okay.
mitts. And this item, it sells a lot because, kids, everybody have kids, everybody needs pajama. Those items selling a lot. And what happened is that customers still want this item. So if they cannot find it on Amazon, they will go to Google. If they go to Google, where is it going to send them? To Walmart,
Yeah.
right?
Of
Probably.
course. Yeah.
That's the way I saw it, how it's moving. So things just start, getting better and better on Walmart. At the same time, I was part of a big mastermind group, and I was sharing. I
Okay.
was like, guys, I do sell on Walmart, and everybody's no,
Yeah.
and and I was
You're
like, yeah,
missing out.
I was like, guys, go apply. Don't miss this chance. So everybody went and applied, and then our group had like maybe like 100 members, and then 50 of them applied and got their account. So then I started teaching and sharing, how that's work, what to do, how the account
Yeah.
work, what to sell, everything, right? And
Yeah.
overnight, we had so many success stories. And then I don't know if it's good or bad, but then COVID happened. And what happened in COVID?
Yeah.
The
I know.
e-commerce boomed, right? So what happened is all the sellers that were selling on Walmart, overnight, everybody started making like, 5, 6 figures right away because there was so much
Crazy.
traffic. So much
Mm-hmm.
traffic. And at the same time, there was a lot of issues with Amazon because if you had all your inventory at FBA, what happened now? It's stuck in
I know.
there. And Amazon took them 3 weeks to deliver a package. At the same time,
Mm-hmm.
if you did more merchant fulfill or had your inventory with Walmart, everything was going faster. So a lot of customer went all over to find, where the fastest place they can get their items. So, and we know if we look at the graphs for Walmart, so on
Yeah.
COVID, in 20 and 21, Walmart grew 97% on the e-commerce. And that's insane. There's no
Crazy. I
big
know.
marketplace
I
in
know.
the world that grow like that. So we know that growth. And since then, they continue growing, and we're growing.
Yeah.
Customers
And
are
rest
growing.
is history.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think Walmart, to be honest, I feel like long term it is really a big threat to Amazon. And the reason why I strongly believe that is because they have the secret weapon, which is the physical locations, right? And if they become very clever and combine the shopping experience and the physical location with the online experience, that's where I think Amazon doesn't have a competitive edge anymore, right? And I'm sure you have this metric. I don't remember the metric on top of my head, but I think Walmart is like 5 or 10 miles from every single American right now, something like that, right?
Yeah,
You have a
something like
Walmart.
that. There's more than 3,500 stores that potentially, slowly, all of them gonna function as a fulfillment centers. So right
So
now, if you have a store close to your house and you order and you have Walmart Plus and you order anything that is available in the store, even though they can tell you something in the order that might take a day
yeah,
or two, sometimes it will be in your door in 2 hours. And if it's groceries,
yeah,
it's definitely going to be in your door in a couple of hours. So it's make it very convenient to people to shop online. And,
that's right.
our life today is different, in the past we had more time. I don't know what changed in the world, but in the past we had more time to go
I
to the
know, I
store
know.
and go to the mall. And today I don't know. It's like,
Sometimes I miss that, Sometimes I feel like, wow, I would like to have 2 extra hours on my day just to simply walk, go to the supermarket without stress, not thinking
yeah,
about meetings and anything. But it seems like nobody has time to do that anymore.
yeah. It's like, what happened? I'm like, yeah.
I know, I know. Now, let's talk about your journey to basically do the jump from all these platforms, Amazon, eBay, Shopify to Walmart, because I feel, and we're having this conversation before going live about the mindset shift. Because I feel like if you come from the mindset of as an Amazon seller specifically, like the majority of people watching and listening to this episode, they might think that just copy and paste and basically you're ready to go. And we know that's not the case because things are completely different strategy wise. So let's talk a little bit about how was that mindset shift, and then of course more down the
Yes.
line we can start talking about tips and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this topic because I talking to so many people, in events or, talking to brands. I noticed a couple of things. People are very skeptical about Walmart. So the reason why is because they really see, for example, they're very successful on Amazon, and they know that they're, what they can, how, where they can go with Amazon, but they have the hard time to see that with Walmart. Even though it's right there, there's statistics, there's data, you can see how it's grow.
Yeah.
You can see I don't know if you know, but there is statistic that came from Walmart that in 2022, more than 25% of all sellers. So Walmart doesn't have a lot of sellers, and that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, that's
around
good.
maybe 200 sellers, I think, and over 25 of them, active ones, did over 500K in 2022. So it means
Wow.
there is a lot of money.
Mm,
Walmart e-commerce is making $80 billion a year, just the e-commerce. We're not talking about the rest. There is insane, right? There's
mm,
so much more.
mhm.
And there's 200,000 sellers. If you take all that money and you divide it to the seller, like every seller can make millions of dollars easily, right? Correct. So
Yeah.
people need
Yeah.
to look at it like that and understand that Walmart is growing. So maybe I'm telling a lot of sellers, yeah, maybe the first year you may be gonna have maybe 100 orders a month, but
That's a
in
conversation.
5 years, if you continue doing what you're doing and you're gonna continue investing, as more as Walmart.com customer base is growing, now you can have in 5 years you can plan to have 1,000 orders a month. So is that good? That's a question you need to ask yourself. Like, do you wanna think about it like that? So people come in with the wrong mindset. That's like the biggest issue. They
Yeah.
come in with the wrong mindset and they're not investing. So they're not investing time to learn. That's a different platform. They don't invest in time understanding the need to have a listing being created specifically for Walmart. Copy paste your listing from Amazon. It's not gonna
I
work.
know.
It will be
I know.
there. Maybe customer will find it. Maybe customers will buy, but the Walmart have a couple of guidelines, and one of them is that Walmart is telling you, we want the listing to be unique. That's what we want, and we know
Yeah.
why. There is so much science behind it, right? The SEO. I'm not gonna go into details, but there's so much science behind it, and it's very important that you actually follow that, and this is where you're gonna see really good results. So taking the time. Today we have AI that can help you, or go and hire an agency. There's a bunch of them out there, like me and Vincenzo
Yeah.
and some other ones. So take the time and do things correctly. Run ads.
Yeah.
I do research all the time for customers, like
Yeah.
competitive analysis, and I'm in shock to find that there's so many products and category nobody's running ads. Did you notice that?
Crazy.
There's
I know. Yeah.
so
I have done audits, and just to support your point, sometimes I do audits for a client. It's like, guys, there is no sponsor product.
yeah.
Like
So
everything is
you
organic. Like this is
in
crazy.
so it means that in one day I can put you in the first page on the best keywords on the first spot on top of the page, right away. I can
Yeah.
put you there immediately. Um,
And if you got the
so,
extra leg and do the sponsor brands, which I'm
and
sure
brands,
you
of
also aware of
course.
this, you can even have the banner.
And
Nobody's
now
doing
we
that.
have the videos. Another thing people don't
Yeah.
know. Now there's sponsor videos. There's so much happening. Soon there will be sponsors, like brand stores, and there's so
Mhm.
many updates. Walmart is constantly updating, and trying to catch up as much as they can with Amazon and or do things even better. So just like let's go back to the mindset. So come and believe that Walmart is another channel that can bring you a lot of money. And maybe right now it's not going to bring you the same numbers you make on Amazon, but it
Yeah.
potentially can in a couple of years. So don't you want to build it now? So I tell in all the brands, you build in a nice ground. And another thing that you want to remember is that it's really depends on what you're selling. That's another thing that people need to be really aware. Unfortunately, at this time, not everything is really going to sell very well on Walmart. Some things can do very well. I actually have products and clients that they have items that actually selling better on Walmart than Amazon. But in general,
Hmm.
you should expect, maybe I would say between 20 to 30, 40% of your sales on Amazon you can expect on Walmart, but it really depends on what you're
Yeah.
selling. So if you're selling something
Yeah.
very sophisticated and that people
I
don't really
know.
know about, and yeah, it might be not the best item, but if you're selling basic stuff that people are really coming and searching on Walmart or even on Google all the time, like like
Yeah.
just basic stuff like a beauty product or office supply or toys or
Exactly.
socks or pajamas or
Yeah. I
like
wanted to actually
groceries.
ask you about this now. Now that we're touching categories, because I can't really think
Okay.
people asking this on the comments. They might want to know, like, are there specific? I know you mentioned some categories already, but are there some products right now that you see in Walmart are really on a consistent basis for your clients and your experience are having a better chance of success? And not only the category, even the price point, because I know there are
Hmm.
some price points in Walmart that are still having some resistance. So can you
Yeah.
touch a little bit on those two things? Because I'm sure people are gonna ask that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. So again, the category right now it's really matter. But at the same time, I'm not gonna tell you, hey, if this item we see right now there's not a lot of searches, you shouldn't put it on Walmart. You should put it and wait for, when there's gonna be much more traffic coming. And
I
people
see.
know that Walmart is like Amazon and they can find everything on Walmart. It will happen in a matter of couple of
Eventually,
years.
it's a blue
Eventually.
ocean.
Yeah, so you do want to be there. You want to build your presence. You want to get yourself ranked, and you want to sit there and wait. So I wouldn't say to someone, "Hey, don't bother." No, I'm not gonna say that. But at the same time, um, you need to also look into the categories that are really good. And a lot of time, I really like to work sometimes with new sellers that
Hmm.
are kind of open to try new
Yeah.
products, new categories, because again, Walmart customers, and by also another thing, by research and by the data and by what Walmart is telling us, that the the customers that go into Walmart stores and the customers that come into Walmart.com, it's not the same customers. Okay,
Hmm.
because
Interesting.
people think that most of the people that go into the Walmart stores are the same people that come into .com,
Yeah.
but it's not
Yeah.
correct. On .com, they actually see the level of it's like medium class and high class actually
Hmm.
come into .com. That those customers are not most likely to visit the stores, but they are visiting the .com. So again, the customer that come into .com are different. So you can sell things, you can sell brand names, you can sell things in different price point. But in general, I would say stay with items that are basic. What does it mean? Because people
Okay.
will come to Walmart to look for the basic stuff because it's associated with
Hmm.
them. Like if you're going camping,
Like groceries kind of level.
groceries, yeah. Like
Yeah.
if you need your like decoration now for Halloween, people will go to Walmart, or they're even going to search in
Yeah.
Walmart.com. And if you go camping, that's the best place you can find stuff, right? And good prices and really good quality and good brands. Another thing that Walmart is very good is customer service. So when people want
Hmm.
to buy stuff, they have a lot of confidence to shop at Walmart.com. I kind of am getting frustrated, and I think a lot of customers are getting frustrated with Amazon customer service because it's very difficult. You need to have a degree to understand in the website even how to contact someone. It's like it's complicated, right? And the thing is, in the end of the day, a customer want to know that they can return or anything. So Walmart is really good with that. And you know, the people that have Walmart Plus, you just need to go to your order and click return, and a driver will come to your house and will take the item. You don't need to pack it. You don't need to go nowhere. They will come and take it from you. So this is like, I think, the top of customer service.
Yeah, it's game changer. I think something that you can mention it, and I totally on board with this idea, is the fact that Walmart right now, at least 2014 Amazon, is about to explode, right? And we need to make a lot of emphasis on this, because we always have this conversation. This is something you're mentioning, like, yeah, people want to launch on Walmart, but they don't see the search volume. But it's about being there. Like when the explosion happens, you want to already have those 100, 200 reviews that you've been slowly building up, and that presses on first page organically, which that's why we see sometimes monopolies on Amazon. This is people that were there in 2014. They waited for the explosion, and now nobody's going to take them for first page. The same is going to happen in Walmart, right? The same kind of mindset.
And another thing that kind of I want to say is, you really need to take advantage of the things that Walmart is offering right now. For example, right now they let you syndicate reviews from your Shopify store. Maybe in a couple of years they're not going to let you do that, so you missed your chance. Now they let you get reviews for $5, $5 to $10. This depends on the timing. Right now they have the accelerator program. It's only $5 to get a review. Those things not going to stay there forever. Right now you can get, if you're a high volume seller, you can get an strategic account manager. Again, there's so many things that's happening right now that I do not know for how long they're going to stay. So it's really
even on gating, let's be honest, right now there are products that to get the same product on Amazon, it might take you X amount of weeks because of the paperwork. On Walmart, they're being more easy right now because they haven't yet figured out yet like the proper filters to avoid things to go fully live. And that can allow you to enter categories that maybe in 1 year time, they're going to ask you a ton of documentation that is going to make it even more difficult, right?
Yeah, exactly. All these things.
Yeah. Now, in terms of, let's talk a little bit about the strategy, because of course we're mentioning that it's a matter of giving a try regardless of your product, but I'm sure you have a blueprint high level, of course, without going too much into in detail about what are the right things to do when getting started on Walmart. What I mean by this is like, maybe in terms of optimization, in terms of advertisement, in terms of even how you price your product against the competition. Do you have some blueprint high level that you can share that you see working consistently?
Yes. So I think the first thing is really to take the time to understand how Walmart is working, and not to expect that if you're not going to invest.
So yeah, we've basically been talking about everything in terms of the mindset and, the fact that Walmart right now is all a matter of giving a try to your product regardless of the category. And as we were mentioning, it's a blue ocean. But at the same time, I would like to maybe make it a little bit more clear in terms of at least a strategy or blueprint at the high level about what are some of the things somebody has to take in consideration in terms of optimization of your listing, advertisement, and maybe even pricing yourself on Walmart to have the biggest chance of success, at least when getting started.
So when you start with Walmart, you really need to delegate a little bit of your time and your sources to make sure you do it right. So again, or you do it yourself, take the time to learn and understand, or you can hire someone. And I would say the first thing is the ground. Follow the guidelines, create unique listing. This is the first thing. Then monitor your score. Once it's all good, now you're ready to go and start running ads, because if you create a listing that is not optimized and doesn't have keywords, or the content is not good enough to convert, what's going to happen? You're going to spend money on ads, or nothing is going to happen, or many people will come to your product and they're not going to buy, right? So take advantage of the fact that you can upload a lot of images, at least six. Six is the most important, at least. video, upload a video to your listing. Differentiate yourself from your competition, because your competition is not doing those things. They might be not running ads, or maybe they're missing out a lot of keywords. I see a lot of sellers running ads without their listing being optimized. So you're just like shooting, dart in the dark. Like, and then when you go and you spy on them, it's easy to find all those weaknesses point, and then you can very fast, kind of build a strategy and take them over, because they don't really know what they're doing there. So running ads, run your keywords. There's so many tools out there right now, so it's not an excuse not to know your Walmart keyword. People tell me all the time,
Walmart, even Walmart helps you with that. Maybe you can touch on that, because I know Walmart tells you what you're missing pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're gonna get to the listing score, but I still amazed to talk to people and brands, and they're like, oh, I know my keywords. I'm like, how do you know your keywords? Like, from Amazon. I was like, yeah, but this is Amazon keywords. Yes, most likely a lot of those keywords are going to be similar, but one phrase can be super, super important for you for Walmart. And if you don't know it, you're missing out all those really relevant customer that actually can find you if you're using that. And not to talk about the ad algorithm is extremely smart, and that's working together with the listing score. So your listing score, Walmart is scoring your listing. And the way it's scoring it is scoring it by the guidelines, by the keywords, by a lot of factors, by your price, by your shipping, by, if there's your product have reviews or not. And is better score and higher score you have, first, you will get better organic placement. And second, you get better placement on ads. So understanding that and how Walmart work and how the algorithm work, it's really important. And I think that's the first thing. The second thing, please do yourself a favor and ship your merchandise to WFS.
I know.
Because
people are sometimes so cheap with that. I know.
Yeah, because that's what create the success. It's a couple of things together, your listing, content, your score, your ads. And you can also create promo tags. It's like tags that showing up as like your item is reduced price or it's on clearance. So mixing it together with an ad, a customer see you, and it's also something is really catching his eye because he sees like, oh, that was the price, was $29.99. Now it's $50.99, and it's showing up on top of the page. And then he scroll down and maybe he can see you again organically. And then he's like, okay, you now got this customer attention. Now he's most likely gonna click on your listing. Now, the next thing is when he's on your listing, make sure your content is high quality, that is written in a nice, flowing, proper English, and at the same time, it's written in a way that is kind of, I would say, 5 grade can understand, simple, not too complex, because again, you don't wanna. It's too many things. Sometimes people think, if they put all this fancy word, no, make it simple, make it flowy. Content is very important. So to convert, your content need to be good, your images need to be amazing, and you need to have a couple of reviews. So if you got all that, there is no reason now why a customer is not going to buy your product. So you're working really hard to get this traffic. Now make sure it's also convert. So I think this combination, doing that, again, that's how you get a lot of sales. And it really depends on your brand. Now you have sources, you have more money, invest more in ads, get outside traffic, get
I was going to mention outside traffic. Outside traffic is something that I feel in Walmart people mention a lot, but if you have a big brand, let's say on Amazon, you really do D2C on Shopify, maybe you tell me if this is something even that can benefit you from, but you could send all that traffic, your email list to Walmart to a specific, when you're running these promotions, and that I'm sure is going to also help you somehow on Walmart ecosystem, right?
Yeah, Walmart algorithm love outside traffic. They love it. So if you can share your links in social media, have an influencer. When I work with brands and they have an email list, we create email marketing
Nice.
that will be helping customer to click on those links if they're gonna buy it or not. But that's a really big strategy. Get share that link everywhere, get traffic. And you can even do it smarter and put your keyword and then take that link. It's even better. Kind of there's a lot of tricks that you can do with kind of help you ranking. And again, Walmart algorithm is for this moment right now. I know exactly how is it working, and it's very easy to not to trick it, but to make it happy. I call it make it happy. That's what the algorithm likes to see. Make him happy, and you will be ranked like organically. Like I noticed that with most of our clients, if it's nothing too competitive, and I even have products that are extremely competitive, it was not so difficult to rank organically. Now, I want to say something that we have a lot of customers that we come to their listings and everything is perfect. The listing is beautiful. They have the best score. And then you say, I cannot find the product. So that's something that happened a lot. And it's an easy fix. It's your product type. So you need to go to your back end and check your product type. Because if, for example, you're selling reading glasses and the back end, your glasses went into sunglasses, now you're not ranking. So nobody can find you. So just one fix like that, the next day you will
the
be
relevancy basically is.
Yeah, so there is a lot of things people don't know.
That's the call nugget. The call nugget of the day. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's like I have case study on that, like how we actually find this. Like we have customers that their item not showing up. We fixed the product type. The next day they're on the first page on the top, like literally like that, super fast because that's the back end. And Walmart is guessing your shelf, your category, your subcategory, your product type from what you're filling up in your listing. So this is why if you copy paste it from Amazon, this is why it's really going to hurt you because you're missing out those things that you need to fill up in the right spots, right? So filling up and creating listing on a spec that specifically Walmart is providing you those Excel specs. Filling this up correctly, it will help you put you on the right shelves. So because Walmart, again, that's the back end of Walmart is different than Amazon. It's completely different.
Yeah, of course. Wow, what a better way now to, conclude today's episode with that amazing tip. Thank you very much for that, Michael. And not only for that, I mean, all the amazing insights you shared today, I'm sure all these Amazon sellers watching it now are going to start implementing and get that Walmart account up and running as soon as possible. Before we conclude, though, I want you to take a little bit of time as well and tell us a little bit about your agency and how you can help all these Amazon sellers that are watching this, that they want to make the jump, but realistically, they want an expert like you to help them throughout their journey and how they can get in contact with you. Yeah.
Yes. So, first we help with Walmart. Really, we like to educate the most. The most thing that I like is really to educate people. This is why I also have a Walmart sellers Facebook group that is absolutely free. Me and my dear friend Norm, the beard guy, Norm Ferrar, I think everybody know him. And what I like to do the most is really help people, optimize their listing, make sure they're launching properly, and create plans with you. We can create your plan, how to succeed on Walmart, and strategic plan. So that's, I'm really enjoying doing that. So you feel free to reach out. I'm available to, answer your questions and take a couple minutes to talk to you if you need any help. And you can find us on the group as well. So again, Selling on Walmart Marketplace, that's our Facebook group. And we also have our own podcast for Walmart sellers, the eCom Power podcast. That's specifically for Walmart sellers. So if you want to check it out, you can learn so much from it. And we actually, another thing I want to share is I'm extremely excited about that we actually put our first virtual summit for Walmart sellers with more than 20 speakers, all Walmart experts, really to help Walmart sellers to scale on Walmart. So you can find that information under ecompowersummit.com. So you can find that summit there. And it's absolutely free, so you can come and check it out. And just to find me, you can find me on Michal at ecreativeteam.com. You can find me on LinkedIn. And yeah, feel free to reach out.
Thank you. Thank you very much for everything, Michal. It's been a pleasure. Looking forward to see you soon at future events. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate your time and see you on the next one. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.